Now, before any further ado, the house rules. Right. Please, guys, first of all, don't forget to like. Secondly, don't forget to share. Thirdly, comment, because I love communicating with you guys. Last but not least, the most important one, don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. All right. Guys, I want to give you guys a little message before I start. I think the moral of the story is vigilance. Is it? You guys will actually tell me at the end when you comment, okay? Thank you. So let's start here. I want to give you guys a little short story, right, about vigilance in a way, right? Because I have no sense of vigilance. No, not no sense. No. I'm lying. I have a bit of sense of, vigilance. Okay. For me, growing up, I felt like I never needed to be vigilant. Like, not that I felt like I never needed to be vigilant. I was just never vigilant. Look, clearly, when I think about it, I'll just never vigilant. Because like I just lived in a world where my dad was Superman. My dad was always there to save the day. I'm a daddy's girl. So I've actually grown out of that since not completely. Not completely. I really could do better. But I mean, I haven't been living with my dad for like the past 8 years, living with him in the same house and everything. So I've actually kind of learned to, watch my back. You understand? But not so much, because now my husband is in the whole picture, so that I have him to be there to catch me. But it's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. It's something that you need to have. It's something that you need to be. You need to be very vigilant about everything, about everywhere, about everybody. You understand? So, little quick story. That wasn't a story. Little quick story. I was at the bank at the time. Like, I was still in school. I was in Pretoria. I was in school. I was doing nursing, and I was gonna be late for school. I didn't have money. I didn't have like hard cash on me. I had something in my account. So I'm like to myself, you know what? Let me just jot down and go to the ATM, grab some cash, and be out. And just quickly jot back down to the rank so I can go to school. All right, cool. So I get there, and it's not even much of a line. So I get there. It's my turn. If there's a free ATM, it's my turn. I get there, and this guy comes through. He's like, no, when you put your card in, you just need to lift it up a little bit, and because the machine's a bit groggy and wobbly, so you just need to lift it up a little bit, And I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. Like, I'm not even like paying so much attention to him, because not to do that. Not to lose focus or lose, vigilance. Am I making sense? You're not supposed to like be like ukamaka basically and not paying attention to what you're doing, especially when you're at the bank, right? So I'm just like, I gave him a look, but then like I was still here, I was still focused on what I was about to do. Like, okay, thanks. So I put my card in. I left it up. I'm thinking, what the hell, I think he sees me like being confused or something. He's like, I got her. Okay, cool. So these people are very vigilant. They have studied people. They know exactly what it is they're looking for in somebody, like, the type of people they're trying to, like, they know the type of people they can con. You understand? So, and he's like, no, just put your card in. I put it in, and he presses some numbers. He's like, yeah, now just put in your code, and then everything will be fine. I'm like, okay, thanks, and he leaves. I punch in my code, swallows my card. Now there's another man here in the line. He's like, you know what? I've seen these guys. I've been seeing this guy. And this guy, he was not alone, and he's just been lurking around here. So I just wanted to see what he's actually gonna do when he came to you. I'm like, this guy, not you leaving space for me to become an example. Not you wanting me to be not you making me an example. Not you making me an example. An example. But anyway, I only had 100 rand in my account, so it is what it is. They didn't really get much, but I mean, I could say maybe it adds up to something somewhere. Alright, cool, for them. So it's like, no, you have to block your bank. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't want to be late for school. Get any block, I'm trying to get block. I know I don't even have money in that account. Sharp. Right? So I call up my dad. Yo, my boss solo. Ah, yeah. Hey, Superman. Anyway, yeah, you know not to help, can leave people, let people help you at the bank. What were you doing? Why did you let them? I'm like, can I just have some money? I need to go to school. But I didn't say that out. Oh, that's what I was feeling. I mean, I think I can't remember what he was trying, or was he in a meeting, or was about to get into, I can't really remember what was the little crunch about. And then, like, as I was walking to the taxis, I called up one of my friends, and I'm like, "Hey, my guy, this happened. Coupon seller, like, I'm sending like $50. I'll pay you, like, after school when I get when I renew my card and get my stuff ready." Like, I cool. I think he walleted it to me, or yeah, got the money out, went to school, came back, guys. Like, the person that approached me was like, didn't dad. It was like a man, like in fela, just look random man, you know, and that's the thing. What was I expecting? What was I expecting? But at the same time, my mind wasn't there. That's also what they're looking for. You either in a hurry, they can see that you're in a hurry. Maybe they see like you in uniform, or you're like, either could be school uniform or work uniform, meaning you need to, and it's in the morning, you need to be out. You understand? They've studied these people. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. All right, cool. So now that wasn't the story, but that was just a whole story, like, build up around vigilance that I wanted to give you guys, and how I was about to say gullible. No, there's nothing but gullible about anything. I just said. Sorry. Alright, cool. So now, one day, I'm not living in Pretoria anymore, but I'm still going to school there just for my practicals. I'm living at home with my parents in Bedfordview. So what I'd do is that I'd walk to Eastgate. It was really, really close to home. Walk to Eastgate, catch a taxi. Taxi will take me all the way to the park station, and I'd get my train, and obviously it would take me straight to the station in Pretoria, and then I would get off there, and then taxi, and then school. Yeah, I get it right. So on this one day, I go there. Yeah, I make that trip, and I get to the train station. Right, it's really early in the morning. It's around about like 6-ish. Yeah, around about 6-ish, past 7-ish, somewhere there. Right. Okay, cool, no problem. I get there. So now, clock in my cards, pass the gates, and now I'm going down the escalators, right? So as I'm going down the escalators, obviously there are other people sitting there or standing there just waiting for the train to come through. He's standing almost near the escalators, but not by the escalator. Not he, the guy I'm about to talk about. So, like, nice, proper, like, prim and proper guy, man. Like, he's in like these semi-formal shoes, kind of like sneakers, but kind of formalish. Excuse me. He's wearing like I think with black chinos, like a dark blue shirt. I can still remember, I think, like a jersey on top, and like a young bag, nice trim. Like, he's just, usko, clean, give me. Understand? Give me. Like, I'm seeing him because, like, he's looking up the escalators. I don't know if he's looking at me or he's looking at somebody else, but I'm looking at him, but like kind of like past him. So you understand, Tori, or but like past them, just like they don't notice that you're looking at them, type of vibe. Alright, cool. So now he goes down. No, I go down, and just as I'm about to like jump off, he's like, he laughs and he's like, my next victim. Girl. I'm just like, and they give him that, that chuckle, and then with the side eye type of, but still in like a kind of like a friendly, jokish way, because I felt it was kind of friendly and jokish what he was saying, right? Yeah, call me what you want to call me. Harry, I can move. One. So cool, no problem. And then, like, I waited like a bit, like a further away from him, though, and then I went into the train comes through. I hop into the train, I sit down, he hops on, Gabon, obviously, and then he comes and sits next to me. I mean, then the train is not full. You could have sat anywhere, but you chose to come sit next to me. It's whatever, probably somebody trying to come through and shoot their shots, you understand? Alright, cool. So he's like to me, excuse me. So he's like to me, hi, how are you? I'm like, I'm cool. How are you? It's like, I'm cool. So like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to school. No, I was like, he's like, are you going to school? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to school. Like, oh, because I had like my gear and like my school windbreaker, right? Because that was early in the morning. I had my school windbreaker on, and he's like, oh, okay, cool. Where is that? I'm like, in Pretoria. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So I was like, no, I'm gonna stop off in Marlborough. I'm like, all right. So it's like, no, man, I have this initiative going that I started, just trying to like feed people who are in need, like feed the needy, help the needy. You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm listening to his story, right? And he's like, so what would you like if a person on the street, like basically a street kid or somebody, comes and asks you for money, do you give them money? I'm like, yeah, I mean, if I have it, then why not? So he's like, well, why do you think that's a good or a bad? I'm like, I mean, there's a lot of things that this person could be doing with the money, but I mean, for me, it's a belong, and I really strictly believe that because you need it, you need food, or you understand what I'm trying to say. This is what I explained to him also. And it's like, well, sometimes these people go out and then they go and they buy drugs, and then when they buy drugs, now you're giving them more energy to go steal things, or snatch bags. Especially, have you seen how rough it is around like the Joburg side? I'm like, yeah, I get it, I understand. But I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna say no to everybody, because you really honestly never know who's using it for good or bad. So I mean, it's up to them, and God will see them. It's like, okay, cool. So he pulls out a pen. I mean, not a pen, a marker, like three different color markers, right? I think it was red, blue, and black. Yeah. All right, cool. So he's like, give me your hand. Get down trying to give me that. Then I'm trying to give me that my try. Get down trying to give me that my what was it? My windbreaker, right? And then I give him my hand. He's like, okay, can I write on you? I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. So yeah, I give him my hand, and then he draws like he draws like stick figures, right? So he's explaining, children, a mother, a what, and he's drawing, he's explaining, and all that jazz. And then he's like, okay, and then I can't remember what the slogan of his initiative, or what the slogan of his whole business was about, right? But it just, I almost said each one teach one. I forgot like I forgot what it was called, right? I'll look it up. I'll tell you why I said I'll look it up. All right, cool. So when he's explaining all of this to me, stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, well, it's a great initiative. Like I get what she's saying, I get you, and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, cool. So give me your numbers, and then I was like, no, give me your numbers. No, take my numbers, and then if we have like more, what you call, like more things that we'd like to do, because like it's a group type of like a group thing that we'd like to do. Like we have like an open group on WhatsApp, and like you can chat it up, and we can all like communicate. It's like, obviously, like literally showing me, it's not about like Rafrehan or anything. No, it's none of that. It's literally, I'm like, okay, cool, no problem. That's that. On the group, very never really actually got to communicate with anybody, but yeah, there was a group. All right, cool. Couple of weeks down the line, I am doing my practicals at an old age home, right? In where was this? I think in Schranfeld. Yeah. So and I used to sleep there, right? So I used to sleep there from Monday to Sunday, and then the following week we're not going, and then again, that's how we work, Basically, we work 2 weeks in a month. So I'm with these, like, I'm with my girls that like we were there with, and then we're all on WhatsApp and chatting and talking to one another at the same time. You understand how we'd like just chill and be, right? Sorry, I just saw something. And then I see him send me a like kind of like a document. I open it, and it's like a whole story, right? Because at the bottom of it, he's like, no, here I am trying to start this nice thing, this good thing for people, for humanity, and now we have people doing like really horrible things, in the name of what I'm doing. And then I clicked on it now, and there's this whole like kind of like news thing, like news story. I don't know how to call it, about now these girls, one of these girls, like she was gonna go meet up with her other friend, right? I think in Pretoria as well. And she boarded the train, and she explained this guy, like to the T of this guy. I'll just call him Khotso, like to the T of how Khotso looked and was, and where she met Khotso, and what Khotso said, and the drawings and everything. And so she was like, and then Khotso really like was like, no, he told me like, no, I'm gonna leave in Marlborough. Like I'm driving off in Marlborough, blah 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 blah. And like the same story he gave me was the same story this girl was describing in this article. Yes, news article. In this article, right? And I'm just like, okay. So I'm reading on. I'm interested. So now I'm reading on. And so apparently now this girl, what happened to her is that, yeah, all the writing and everything like that, when this guy got off, now she started feeling very dizzy and very like groggy, you know. I don't even know what groggy means. But anyway, very dizzy and very groggy. And she called her friend. She texted her friend, like, friend, I don't feel well, and the train is only so by the station, we're only nearing here, you know. And it's like, what happened? Yeah, when I'm saying like VN or something, this and this and this happened. I don't know. This is the only thing that I can only explain happened, you know. And her friend was like, you know what, I'll be waiting for you like inside the station where the actually where the train stops. I'll be there. I'll be inside, you know. And this girl passes out. And true to that, when the train gets to the station, like she's inside, like, you know, where the terminal, like the train terminal, I think that's what it's called. She's inside there. Everybody gets off. She doesn't see her friends. She jumps on, right? I think she called one of the people who work there, and then she jumps onto the train, and now they're looking for her, and they find her, right? And they take her to the hospital. They get to the hospital. She had been drugged. So apparently, in these markers, like when the ink would pierce skin basically, or like would sink into your skin, it released some toxin or whatever, some drug that would, like, you know, obviously get you drugged and pass out, and that's how they would probably kidnap you, and that's how you'd be taken basically. And I read the story, I'm just like, I get you. Like I get this is your initiative or anything and everything, but how are they explaining every single little detail that I know? Like they were me, like they were there. But I didn't feel anything. I wasn't ready. I wasn't dizzy. I was nothing. He was talking to me. He left the train. I went to school. My only problem was that, oh my God, I'm writing practicals. Like I'm not writing, like I'm going to do practicals now. And I have to take this this thing that I'm wearing off. I don't know. I keep on forgetting this name. I'm gonna have to take this thing off, and then, like, you know, my scrubs are like this short. You know, the top scrubs are this short, and now there's like a whole lot of writing and scribbling in here. It's like it's gonna be like I was cheating, or I'm gonna cheat, or I'm like, that was my only stress. I was like, I didn't think about this again. There I am doing things blank-mindedly. But yeah, I just thank God. Nothing, guys. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. When I say nothing, I mean I didn't even feel like I needed to cough, or, like, you know, my eyes started twitching. Nothing, you know. And I'm just like, this is very, because also I pray, like I always like say this very, very mini prayer when I do anything. I could be like jumping random water, and I just like say like quick, like 3-second prayer quickly, and I jump, because guys, you never know. I could be like eating something, you know. I just if I don't, you know, pull up your whole, you know, for the food about to eat type of prayer. Say it's something like a cookie, you know. You're not gonna obviously, like, you know, now bow our heads for like one cookie, and you understand. I say a quick prayer. So like when he said that, I just said a quick prayer, and that was it. So for me, I felt, listen, nothing happened to me. And when I read that story, I was just like, there's either two things. Bona, higher powers were working for me that day. Two, it must be somebody else who's, you know, a copycat, but who's trying to, you know, like, do these bad things. But at the same time, how are they explaining the same thing? Like, how are they explaining the same thing? But you know what? I deleted him. I deleted the whole group. I deleted his numbers, blocked. No, I think I blocked or deleted. I think you both, if that's a thing. Yeah, I think you can do both. And that was that. I actually saw on my Instagram, I think it was last year, I saw somebody who looked like him on what is it called? Is it the extra? You know that thing? I forgot what it's called, man. Where you like that search, where you search and you just like have a whole lot of pictures and whatever's. That on Instagram. I saw something like a person like no. I saw him on Instagram the other day. Like last year, when I was, you know, sometimes when you're looking at stories, people's stories, statuses, sorry, is it status of stories? Yeah, so people's stories, and then like you don't actively, like, you know, pass by, you just let them pass, and then now you have like an ad or somebody random that comes up, you're like, I don't even have this contact, you know. I'm like, so that's what happened, and I was like, but you look very familiar. But he was like in a photo with somebody else, you know. like, you look oddly familiar. I tapped on to that little circle thing on basically onto his profile, and I saw he still has this initiative going. He literally still has this initiative going. I'm just like, okay, I remember you. I remember this. And it's still stick people and stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know, like, did I almost get drugged? Or like what, like kipunuhile, like, because like people now we're trying to copy him, and understand. But yeah, that's just my story. That's just my part on that. And I feel like we just always need to be vigilant. Also, always pray. Call on any higher power that you believe in, just to be with you in every second, in everything, and never underestimate your gut feeling. Never. You could have a feeling that I don't want to do this, but I don't want to be rude. Pray about it, or talk about it to communicate. Let me just say, communicate about it to your higher powers who are in rule of you. Communicate with them in your heart, out loud, whatever you feel comfortable with, and do it. Oh, you understand? If you're not that person who wants to be rude or wants to come off as rude, because I'm that person. I never want to come off as rude. I never want to come off as rude. And that's why even to that guy, I could have just shoved them off like, oh, in that day, fuck off. Sorry, that day, excuse me. Or I can have that face. I can have that face and that attitude, but it's not in me. If you see that, just know that yes, as this person, yeah, no, yeah, I can. Great. Anytime somebody tells you I'm rude or I'm what, just know that they have done a lot, guys, a lot. And I'm that person. Again, guys, please be vigilant. Please don't be naive. No matter how good looking a person might be, or how dirty a person might look, or how rough they might look, or whatever. Thing is, we never know who's right and who's wrong in their feelings in life. We never know. We literally never know. Just be vigilant. If you're a person like me, you don't want to come off as rude. Listen, be vigilant. Look at your surroundings. Look at your surroundings. And that's like literally the only message I have for you guys right now. I really, really hope you guys liked this video, you enjoyed this video, and you actually got something from it. Because, like Pretoria, like I feel like Pretoria has like so many scam stories. Like a lot of people are doing a lot of things to people. Let me just say like Gauteng as a whole. Because I was not in Pretoria when it happened. I was going there, but you understand? And I have a lot of people like this Pretoria stories, like from people like that I know personally that, they've been through a lot because of other people. So just be very vigilant, guys. I know in some cases you can't be, like you are very trusting because something looks really legit, something looks really legit. Just honestly, yeah, pray about it. Pray about it. Ask your guys for help and, and assistance. And if it feels wrong, don't do it. That's it for me. Guys, this is like my fourth take. Imagine, like my fourth time recording this video. I'm just so exhausted of it now. Because anyway, we're not going to get into it. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Keep on subscribing. I see you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.